Hey guys, Sean Taylor here. We are back with the final video of the retail buyer profits. And in this video, I want to give you 4 compelling reasons why you must use retail buyer profits program in your current real estate wholesaling operation. So I'm going to give you 4 reasons that are literally going to blow you away. We have this new calculator that we developed for our Syndicate 9 mastermind group that I want to share with you real quick. They haven't even seen it yet. They're actually going to see it tomorrow. But the bottom line is these first 2 reasons impact your overall profitability. And the other 2 reasons are no-brainer of why you absolutely need retail buyer profits. So before you make a decision and you go, hey, I don't think I need this, I've heard this, maybe some fluff or whatever, there is no fluff. 99% of the deals that I am doing today are selling to retail buyers, 99%. A year ago, I was selling majority of the properties, 80, 90%, to cash buyers. Today, I'm selling to retail buyers, FHA, VA, conventional. So, and what it has done for our business is just absolutely amazing on the profitability side. And I'm going to take you into this calculator that we developed. I'm going to show you the 2 main things that it will do for you right out of the gate and why you need this. Now, this is a sales velocity calculator. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you what this is. So you have current and you have optimized, right? And the KPIs that these main KPIs we're focusing on are number of leads. So the average, I would say, full-time wholesaler that does the business averages about 80 leads a month. That's what we've seen. About 80 leads a month is a good number for someone that's doing the business. And their average deal size, now if they take all their deals that they do and divide by that number, is about $8,000. They're selling to cash buyers. And they'll generate about 80 leads a month from pay-per-click advertising, for sale by owner, texting, cold calling. And then their average deal size is about 8,000. Okay. Now, the amount of leads it takes right here to get a deal is about 30. Now, when we talk to, a group of new people and experienced people, 30 is based about the average number that it takes to get a $8,000 contract. Closing percentage is about 60%, meaning you'll sign 10 contracts. 4 of them, they'll have lien issues. The seller will ghost you. You sign the property for too high, and you just won't be able to get it closed. In the other 6, you'll be fine and you'll close. And then days to close, it's about 40, meaning it might take you a week or 2 to find a buyer. Then you find the buyer. Then the buyer's going to close, and the seller wants to move out. It's about 40 days on average to close a deal. So these numbers, and you can compare what your numbers are. So my question to you is, how many leads did you get last month, right? If you close 3 or 4 deals, what is your average deal size? So if you're going to drop in your numbers, what would they be? How many leads did it take to get the amount of deals that you signed? And what's your closing percentage of the amount of properties you signed and how many actually closed? And then what was the timeline it took to close? So this is the velocity calculator, and we have these current numbers and then we have optimized numbers. Now I'm going to focus on 2 numbers. Everything else stays the same, right? Closing timeline, percentage of close, leads, so you're not spending any more money on leads. We're going to focus on these 2 numbers right here. Now, what I want to tell you is that when you're doing RBP and retail buyer profits and you're selling to retail buyers, it will dramatically increase your average deal size. Now, I've seen it go from, 8,000 to 30,000. Now, ours went from like 12 to 15,000 to over $30,000. Now, some deals we make 50,000, some deals we make, 18,000, 20,000. So our average deal size right now is $31,000. So if we go back and we change this one number, so instead of selling properties to a cash buyer that needs 70% less repairs, less fee, and you leave all that money on the table and you sell to a retail buyer that's going to live there, that's using an FHA or VA loan, and it increases to $31,000, everything stays the same. Now, watch this number right here. This is your optimized number. Boom. So you had a 287% increase just in one number because you modified your exit strategy. You did one thing, one change. You implemented RBP and you learned how to sell to retail buyers. And because you did that one implementation, you increased your average deal size. And now you went from $116,000 to $452,000. Right? That's an increase of $335,000. Now, that's one optimized number. Now, remember, you didn't generate more leads, right? You didn't generate more leads. You just did, all you did is one thing, is sold, instead of selling to cash buyer, you sold to a retail buyer, right? Now we look at leads per deal. Now, leads per deal is interesting because on a leads per deal, you're able to offer a seller a higher price and still make $31,000. So here's point number two, right? Here's this number two reason why you must use and implement retail buyer profits if you're a real estate wholesaler, especially if you're nationwide, because you're able to offer more to a seller. Now, I want you to think about this. Let's say you talk to a seller, right? And you're going to do your 70% less repairs, less fee. And you offer on a $100,000 house, make it easy, you offer $60,000, right? Seller goes, no way, I can't do $60,000. And you say, okay, and you can't do it because you're going to make your, $8,000 to $10,000 and you can't go any higher. So now what you do is you offer, instead of $60,000, you can offer, say, $75,000. And then you list the property for $105,000. Now, let's say you just do those numbers. You list the property, you get the property sold to a retail buyer, you're able to offer more. Think about all the sellers you've talked to, or think about all the leads in your database. And if you went back and talked to them and you offered them 15 to 20% more on their property, even 5 to 7 to 10% more on their property, do you think you get more contracts signed? So a lead comes in, you offer them 60, but you say, no, guess what? We have a retail buyer profits program. We can offer 75. Now they go, oh, hey, I might be able to work. Even 80,000, you might be able to make that work. So if you're able to, and now obviously it gets better at bigger, higher priced properties, 400,000, 500,000, 600, even $1 million properties. We got a property under contract, there was 1.2. We contracted for 900, sold it for $1 million, made $100,000 profit on a condo in San Francisco, in California, using this particular program. So my question is, do you think you'll sign more contracts if you have a better strategy to exit at a higher price, right? If the answer is yes, it's going to impact this next number right here. Now, this next number is leads per deal. How many leads it takes to generate an $8,000 deal, or 30 leads to get a $31,000. Now, if you're able to offer higher price, it's going to take less leads. You'll have less leads to get a contract. So our average right now is 23. So now I want you to look at, we just changed it to 23. I haven't clicked off it yet, so it hasn't calculated. So let's see what these two impacts do to your bottom line. Boom. Now these two things, just by implementing RBP, you increased 405%, 590,000. You're still just you doing the business. You generated 80 leads a month, right? 80 leads a month. And instead of making 116,000, you're making 590,000, right? Doing and spending the exact same amount of money on leads. Everything's the same, different strategy, different outcome. Okay, you got to remember that. Different strategy, different outcome. If you can sell for a higher price, it's retail. Why would you sell wholesale when you can sell retail, right? If you're a book distributor and you're going to distribute books, Think and Grow Rich, great book, right? And you get it right directly from the author, and you sell it wholesale. And then would you rather sell it wholesale to a wholesale distributor or sell it to the retail end buyer? You'd rather skip that wholesaler and sell it to the retail buyer. That's what I'm talking about. In any product, it doesn't matter. You got a remote for a TV, you got a cup right here, you get from the manufacturer, right? Sell it directly to the retail buyer instead of a wholesaler that will distribute it for you. So that is the concept of what we're talking about, and what it does for you is increases your revenue by doing the exact same thing. You're still generating 80 leads, right? You're generating 80 leads right here. You're still, closing 60%. You're still closing over 40 days, right? You're doing everything the same, but what's happening now is you're increased your revenue 450%, 405% by just doing one specific thing. Now, here's the thing, right? We're closing. Corey's closing. He's only taking a certain amount of people on. That's it. He's at this point at right now, we're closing Monday evening, right? It's either Monday evening or 9 more spots, whichever comes first. So if you're seeing this right now, and at the bottom of this page, you'll see the current number of seats that he's taking on. And when this closes, that's all. The last time he opened up Retail Buyer Profits was about 8 or 9 months ago. Okay. So now he's opening up again. And I've been talking so much, that's why my voice is harsh, like crazy. So, the bottom line is he's got 9 students left. Retail Buyer Profits Program. You will learn the precise plan to confidently sell your wholesale properties to retail conventional using FHA, VA, or conventional loans, making an additional $20,000 to $50,000 per deal. It's the masterclass, right? You get all this, the qualify the property. You get the purchase contracts, the positioning, the scripts that we use for sellers, opening escrow the right way, list property, local realtor, how to list your properties on the MLS, accepting the highest and best offers, record special document, closing deal, top 7 problem solved, case studies. That's a $1,997 course value. And he's released this course for a ridiculously low price. He's going to give you a coupon code. I'll show you here in a sec. So bonus number 1, you get the time-tested, proven retail buyer scripts. These are scripts that I use in my business. My team uses the homeowner script, the agent script, and the Q&A script. So if someone asks a question, you can answer it. The attorney-reviewed retail buyer contracts, residential purchase contracts, notice of interest, release, attorney in fact. These are $29.97 value on these contracts. He had an attorney review these contracts. The RBP calculator, it's an online calculator that is absolutely amazing, tells you exactly what to offer. It's crazy. Plus, we're doing 4-week live coaching call where we're going to get on, answer questions, talk about case studies, and help people get their first deals over the next 4 weeks. Once we close on Monday, the dates will be released, and we will get on, I think it's like every Friday. We're going to go through and answer those questions. Monthly support calls. I do support calls every single month. They're really not support calls or coaching calls. And I get on every single month and do those, which is awesome. So here's everything you get. The Retail Buyer Profits Program, all this stuff right here is $22,197 value. Notice of interest, the RBP calculator, 4-week live coaching, monthly coaching calls, all this $22,197 value. Plus, we have a value add, a Discord channel where you can ask questions. Corey's in there posting deals that he's recently closed. It's really, really cool. He does case studies. Plus a Facebook group, right? You get to join the Facebook group to be part of that, the community, which is killer. You get all this stuff. GetRBProfits.com, GetRBProfits.com, or just click the link below. Now, here are the other two reasons. The two reasons I want to share with you that you really, literally is absolutely a no-brainer. Actually, it's a triple decker, but there's two on here. It's amazing. So number one is that you have 1 year, a 1 year guarantee. There's no timeline. I mean, basically, there's like no timeline. You can take your time. You don't have to rush through it in 30 days or 60 or 90 days. You got a year to figure this out, and you'll realize that this is the best thing since sliced bread, really. Second thing is you get a tuition reimbursement program where you can get the entire course for free. Just implement what we're talking about within 6 months of the purchase, and you provide proof with a video. Then there'll be a refund for your RBP profits. And the third thing is the retail partnership program, RBP partnership program, where Corey will partner with you on deals, meaning you get a deal under contract, you submit it to him, it meets the criteria, you guys get to work together, and you guys actually get to do a deal together. So picture this, right? You want to, and just do your first deal, right? And you get a property under contract, you don't know how to list it, you don't know how to deal with the realtor, you don't know how to deal with that. You can submit to Corey, you can work with his team and go through the process and get the deal closed, share profits, you learn the process and go do the rest on your own, right? It's a great way to learn why you earn, which is amazing. So those are the other absolute two reasons. Here's another reason. Yes, he has 9 students left. The value retail, it's only $9.97, but he's giving you a coupon code of $200 off. Use a coupon code of $200 off, only $9.97, or a 3-pay of $300. So all you got to do is go to getrbprofits.com, getrbprofits.com. And if I go there, let me go to, all right, go to www.getrbprofits.com, getrbprofits.com. You go here, right? And you go here, and here's everything you get right here. All the information, right? Here's your free gift, by the way. If you want to know where your free gift is, you can download the Affidavit of Value of Equitable Interest. Here's some great video testimonials. They're awesome, of people having success, right? Here's this right here. So if you go 200 off, you press that button, should work down, take to $200 off to $797. If you do $797 for the next route, we got 9 students left. You'll see this update right here, 9 students. So if I go down here, right here, we've got 9 students left, $797. Go to Get RB Profits. You'll land on this page right here, right? And you can use also a 3-pay. You can do 200 off right here. Click the button, and that should go to 300, right? When we hit the 9, then obviously the coupon code will expire and this offer will close. This will be sold out when you land on this page. Once 9 is left, or we hit Monday, whichever comes first. So that is RBP Profits. Use the coupon code 200 off to get that. And all you got to do is go to getrbprofits.com. So you should see a link below. Activate it. Be one of the 9. You don't want to miss out on this. And I can tell you right now that when you first learn this program, you'll get your first deal. You're going to clunk through it just a little bit because it's something different. It's new. You're going to clunk through it, but you're going to pivot from your wholesale to your retail buyer profits number. Now they're going to sign up and you're going to, oh my gosh, you can submit the deal to Corey. You can work with him and close your first transaction, understand that process and how it works, get paid, right? And then you'll understand. And once you do it once, it took me about almost 2 months, really. And that's why Corey's like, listen, we're going to give them a year because so they can really understand, start working. Because once you start working this, you'll love it. Took me about 2 months. We got our first deal. We kind of clunked through it and stuff. And after that, we literally took off. Every single deal after that was an RBP deal. So I know you can do it. It's amazing. It will literally change your entire business. People that aren't doing this right now are leaving so much money on the table. Now, you can still wholesale and find cash buyers. It's a lot more difficult, right? It's a lot easier to sell to retail buyers because there's plenty of them out there. Now, a wholesale buyer has to get a deep discount so he can fix it up, turn around and sell it, and he has to have longer time on market because the market's corrected, interest rates are higher, right? And there's risk involved, so they're going to offer lower. Where a retail buyer, they want to live there. They just want to get a house they can live in. If you offer that property right and you exit at 85% of the retail value, they get a great value and they get a smoking deal, and the seller's happy, you're happy, everybody's happy. And if you're fully transparent with it, the bottom line is you'll sign more contracts and have more successful deals than you've ever dreamt possible at a higher price, doing exactly what you're doing now. You're not doing anything more. How can you not want, right, an additional, right, 405%, all by doing just one specific different technique? That's it. It's an exit technique. That's it. It's a different exit technique. And if you do that, you can increase, you're doing everything the same marketing, you get to increase your revenue. It's absolutely a no-brainer. And then with this, it's absolutely a no-brainer. So get signed up, get started. I'll see you on the live coaching calls. I'll see you on the live calls we're doing with Corey. It's going to be a blast going through all the deals we've been doing and case studying. I'm actually case studying for our mastermind tomorrow, $97,000 deal. We closed RBP just like that, gave the seller exactly what they wanted. They were ecstatic, completely happy, give them time to be able to move out. And they had a bunch of stuff they were all worried about, worked and helped them found the property, worked with a realtor local in the market. It was a great deal. Everybody won. And we still made $97,000. So hope this helps. Get started. I'll see you. Take care. God bless.